Raised concerns of increased insecurity in the Sahel region. This is because even with regional cooperation, ending violent extremism in the region had been a daunting task. And now with a pullout, experts are worried about the effects in countries like Nigeria. Moyo Thomas reports.
Following the joint announcement of Mali, Niger and Burkina Faso to leave Ecowas, the reaction has been on the impact this will have on the regional body and the African continent as a whole. In this interview with a lecturer and a global affairs analyst, Dr. Mukhtar Imam, he describes the pullout as a setback that poses a great threat to the region.
Withdrawal of these independent sovereign governments, it doesn't really speak well to achieving collective security in that area. We all know that the Sahel is a very delicate, as a matter of fact, it's one of the most delicate, fragile places or regions in the world, in as much as or as far as security is concerned. And the matters of security and insurgency and terrorism, as we all know, it has become internationalized.
Beyond insecurity, the economic impact would also be dire. He says this development calls for introspection among world leaders in ensuring citizens enjoy good governance, especially with equitable wealth distribution.
People don't understand the notion or structure of administration. What they want is to see food on their table. Whatever name you call it, call it. Translate it to food on their table. Translate it to economic empowerment. Translate it to, dividends of good governance. That's all people are concerned about. And that's why protests are on the streets of Paris. That's why even in London there are protests. People are fed up. Democracy is something we should embrace. Democracy is the way to go.
The African continent is blessed with about 30% of world's mineral resources, resources enough to place the continent at an advantage and boost the continent's foreign policy, especially at negotiations. This, he says, were the Pan-African ideals on which Ecowas was established. Dr. Imam cautions on the need for more proactive actions from African leaders to prevent Ecowas or even Africa from imploding. As much as there are calls on ECOWAS leadership to be more proactive on this matter, we also cannot forget that these countries are sovereign countries and there are therefore limitations to what can be done. But it is important to focus on dousing the tension in order for it not to escalate or spread like wildfire to other countries in the region. Moyo Thomas, TVC News, Abuja.
We'll be exploring this